When you were born of immigrants, you inherit their goals. Your motivation stems from craving your parents' satisfaction, and you get two things called anxiety and depression. They only dare to wonder where that came from. You wear two flags and an inability to identify with either. You laugh. One of your countries is war-torn and the other does not want you here. So when asked why you're here, your parents say it's because of the opportunities. You wonder if the language barrier caused them to confuse oppression for opportunities. They are now seen as foreigners to both countries. Their American dreams turn to nightmares. You stare. When you were born of immigrants, there's a long staircase of expectations that you don't want to climb, but you do. When you're near the top, you're all bloody kneecaps and twisted ankles, but the 10 seconds of praise you receive is substantial enough to last you a lifetime. Maybe that's the reason why you climb it again and again and again. Through your ancestors, you are free, but still battle for liberation in your own home. Your dreams, a distorted reflection of your parents' success is divided. You do not audition for this part, but you play it. The thing is, it's hard to differentiate acting from reality. And I apologize if I'm taking too long, but I want this poem to be perfect. I think I'm starting to get that immigrant mentality. When you hear of dead relatives, you wince. Their names are a rare specimen found in funeral programs. Your parents' guilt echoes. You see it in the thousands of dollars to send back to a country they haven't visited in years, or in the hours spent on the phone talking to relatives you don't know. If you listen closely, you could hear your parents' cries. They're pleased with God that their home will look the same way it did when they left all those years ago. My parents have been in this country for decades without obtaining a citizenship. Given the chance to, I'm sure they'll pass their test with flying colors. They display patriotism best, after all. The red representing the blood shed and blisters formed, working all their lives to the same system that will always place them last. The white signifying their peaceful acceptance and surrender, but the blue lies in their hearts, the hope they still carry. They wish on those 50 stars that the broken promises made, and things like the Star-Spangled Banner and the Great Pledge of Allegiance would actually be fulfilled one day, that the second they place their right hands on their beating hearts, that the rest of the world would see them in that same dimmed, outshined, but never put out light they see themselves in. When you were born of immigrants who are loved, your parents' motivation, a vast garden cultivated by your heart's deepest wants and desires, their bank accounts, your college fund, your happiness, their dying wish. Their lives continue for you. When you were born of immigrants, you must not complain. And you must promise me that when you feel at your lowest, you'll read this poem over again.